Good afternoon, everyone. I am going to read today chapter 6 of our wonderful book, Hero. Ben tried to push Jack out of his mind as he and Noah rode their bikes back to his house. Hero ran next to him. From the driveway, Ben heard barking and whimpering from inside his house. Hero's ears prickled straight up. Was Scout hurt? Ben raced for the door and opened it. Before he could step through it, Hero squeezed past his legs and ran inside. Ben froze in the doorway. No, he said, his hands on either side of his head in horror. Ben couldn't believe what he was seeing. His house had been trashed. All the couch cushions were on the floor. A roll of paper towels had been completely chewed to bits, cardboard tube and all, and spread all over the room. Tiny shreds of paper littered every open surface. One of the chairs from the dining room table had been knocked over. A 20-pound bag of kibble had been chewed open. Hard little crumbs were everywhere. The tall kitchen garbage can had been tipped over and its smelly, wet contents strewn across the floor. Several pairs of Ben's shoes lay askew in the middle of the wreckage. And worst of all, Scout's crate lay on its side, the door hanging open. It was empty. Scout, Ben called. Noah stuck his head through the door frame beside him and sucked in his breath. Youch, Noah said. What the heck happened? Scout, did you do this? Ben demanded. Scanning the rubble for the puppy, Scout cowered under the table, shaking. His big scared eyes looked up at Ben. Scout! Anger rose in Ben's chest. Positive reinforcement, the dog training book had said. Don't talk to your dog in anger. Ben took a couple of deep breaths and tried to figure out how to handle this. What could possibly be positive about this? Hero click-clacked across the kitchen floor and sniffed at the mess. In control of his emotions now, Ben crossed the room and picked up Scout. He held the puppy's nose close to his own. Scout, man, what happened? Are you okay? Ben said softly to the puppy. Scout licked Ben on the nose tentatively. The dog still seemed miserable. Ben could relate. Noah walked over to them and checked out the puppy. What's up, Scout, he said. Nice to meet you. He turned to Ben and shook his head. He's cute, all right, but he's tiny. How could he possibly have done this much damage? I don't know, Ben replied. And why, Noah said. It was a good question. Ben tried to envision Scout running around knocking things over and dragging pillows across the floor. The whole thing was weird. Scout wasn't a hyper dog. He was more scared than anything else. That was it. He must have gotten spooked, Ben said. He wouldn't have done this otherwise. He's a good dog. Spooked? By what? Noah wondered. I have an idea, but whatever it was, he definitely overreacted. Scout was whimpering and wiggling in Ben's arms. Ben looked down and saw that Scout was looking at Hero. He was desperate to get down and go over to the bigger dog. He was scared without Hero here, Ben said. That's why he did it. He put Scout down and the puppy scuttled across the floor and right under Hero's front legs. He cowered under Hero's chest while Hero surveyed the damage all around them. Ben looked at the clock on the stove and dropped his head into his hands. My parents! They're going to be home in an hour, and if they see this, there's no way Scout can stay. He looked at Noah pleadingly. Can you help me, please? I'm sorry. I know this is seriously gross, but I'll never get it done in time by myself. Noah laughed. What's so funny? Ben asked. He really didn't see anything amusing about all of this. Your face. I don't think I've ever seen you so freaked out before. Ben started laughing too. I don't know if I'll ever feel this freaked out, if I've ever felt this freaked out before. Of course, I'll help you, stupid, Noah said. They got to work. Ben tried not to gag as he used a wad of paper towels to scoop up a sopping wet pile of kibble mixed with coffee grounds and banana peel. Gross, Ben muttered. It looked like the world's worst smoothie, Noah said over his shoulder. He was busy picking up the last few tiny fluffs of paper which floated away from him just as he reached for them. Come on! To the scraps. By the way, where did Scout get all your shoes? Ben looked at the pile of his sneakers and then at Scout, who watched them from his safe spot by Hero. From my closet? Seriously? These were all upstairs. He must have dragged them down one by one. That's dedication, Noah said. He snatched a scratch of paper that floated by. Gotcha. Ben got out the mop and did a quick pass over the kitchen floor. It wasn't perfect, but it was good enough. They heard the sound of the front door opening. Noah plopped down on the couch, then quickly stashed the mop back in the closet and sat down at the table. He pulled a notebook from his backpack and adopted an expression of serious concentration. Noah pulled his math book onto his lap just as Ben's mom and sister stepped into the room. "Hi, boys," Ben's mom said. "Hi, Noah." "Hi, Benny," Aaron said. She headed straight for Noah and gave him a hug. "How about a high five?" Noah said, poking Aaron in the belly. Aaron giggled and slapped his hand. "How was your day?" Ben's mom said to them. "Interesting," Ben replied, pretending to be struggling with a math problem. "Interesting, huh? You'll have to fill me in on that later," his mom turned to Noah. "Can you stay for dinner?" "Oh, thanks, Mrs. Landry," Noah smiled. "I'd love to, but my mom needs me to help her with some stuff tonight. Something about getting music to play on her phone." Ben's mom rolled her eyes. "Oh, well, you know us parents and technology." She started poking the fridge and pulling things out for dinner. As she turned to throw something in the trash can, she froze. Ben and Noah exchanged a nervous glance. "Well, how did that get over there?" Ben's mom said to herself. She nudged the tall pail over a few inches, then turned back to the food on the counter. Ben exhaled in relief. Noah stifled a laugh. "I'd better go home," Noah said brightly. "Bye, Aaron." "Nice to see you, Mrs. Landry." "You too, dear," Ben's mom said. Say hi to your mom for me." "I will." Noah turned to Ben. "Ben, if you have any more trouble with that math problem," Ben rolled his eyes, "just give me a call later." "I will, actually. I think Hero and Scout need to go out, Mom. I'll be right back." Ben followed Noah out the front door and shut it behind him. Hero and Scout bounded across the front lawn. "Seriously, dude? Thank you so much. There's no way I could have done this without you." "I know you couldn't have," Noah replied, punching Ben on the shoulder. "And it was disgusting. You owe me big." Scout snorted and rolled around on the grass. He swatted at something in the air and tipped over by accident. Hero sniffed his way across the lawn, following the scent of a long-gone squirrel or chipmunk. Something caught Ben's eye in the street. It was a black SUV with tinted windows, moving very slowly down the block. It stopped in front of his house. Ben felt like someone was looking at him, but he didn't see inside. "What's that?" Noah asked. "No idea," Ben said. Before Ben had a chance to think about his car, Scout jumped 2 feet straight up in the air and let out a loud yelp. Ben ran over to where Scout was staring intently at the grass. A cricket hopped out, and Scout was startled again. "Shh, boy. It's just a bug. Sit." Scout sat down, then lay on his side. Ben gave him a tummy rub. "You know, for a dog, you're a real scaredy cat, Scout." Ben looked up at Noah with a worried expression. "Give him some time," Noah said, reading his mind. Beyond him, Ben saw the SUV pulling away. He noticed that it had a dented back bumper. He turned his attention back to Noah. "I know," Ben said, unconvinced. "Okay, see you tomorrow," Noah said as he jumped onto his bike. "See you tomorrow," Ben called after him. Ben watched as Noah headed off down the street on his bike. He reached the end of the block and turned the corner. A moment later, the black SUV turned after him and disappeared. All right, guys, that's the end of chapter 6. Be ready to talk about it tomorrow, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.